Previously on Spider-Man and Wolverine, after the 8 deaths of Spider-Man, Peter is back in his life, facing challenges, looking for jobs as he desperately needs money. Mary Jane is no longer his girlfriend. There is a new girl, Shay Marken, whom Peter is dating. There are some ups and downs, but Peter tries his best to give this relation a chance and settle in life as he starts to love Shay. But his happiness don't last long, as one of the old incident is going to haunt Peter as he is going to learn the truth behind his parents' death, and the murderer is one of Spidey's friend from the X-Men. On the other side, one of Logan's friend from his old days gave him task to find and retrieve the Daemos directory, a database filled with the details of every spies and double agents throughout the history, and it is kept in a shield helicarrier, so Logan has to get it before anyone else and save those agent secrets. In his journey, he recruits Spider-Man, who was in the middle of a date. Spidey and Wolverine arrive on the shield helicarrier, but there, the duo are confronted by Kraven the Hunter and Omega Red, longtime enemies of Spidey and Logan, so they engage with the villains. But in the middle of the fight, both Peter and Logan find themselves in each other's past. While Logan is experiencing all the traumas and pains of Peter Parker, Peter also feels the same as Wolverine, but they soon regain their sense, realizing it is the doing of Kraven's drug. So Spidey tells Logan to deal with this too, and he rushes after the directory. On his way, he also encounters Mysterio, who was working with the villains. He quickly knocks him out, but as Peter opens the database, he sees the video footage of his parents who died in a plane crash, and the man behind their deaths is actually Wolverine, who came to kill them by Red Skull's order. And seeing the truth, it drives Peter mad. In fury, he charges at Logan, and now Spidey is going to kill Wolverine to avenge his parents' death. In rage, he breaks Logan's jaw, beating him left and right, but Logan has had enough. He goes into his berserker mode and stabs Spidey into his gut with his adamantium claws, ends his life. But soon it reveals Peter is alive. He wakes up in the savage land in his black suit. Someone treated his wounds. Logan also appears with a new outfit. He saves Peter from a giant T-Rex and convinces him to work together, as Logan believes their enemies have teamed up to take them down. So with no options left, Peter is working with his parents' killer. But then the two are confronted by a mysterious enemy, Red Shadow. But before they could discover the true reason that why this new enemy bring them here, the teleportation device on their wrist activates, and the two heroes are teleported in China, where they encounter Peter's longtime enemy, Dr. Otto Octavius. But not just him, Red Shadow was waiting for them. While Logan confronts Otto, Peter is engaged with Red Shadow. The villain also reveals he knows Peter's secret identity, but during the fight, Spidey manages to find a way to go back to New York City, and he takes Logan with him. But while the two are making a plan to take down the villains, suddenly Peter's sister, Teresa, bursts onto the scene and shoots Wolverine with the bullets that are made from Muramasa blade, the one thing that can end Logan's life. Welcome to Comicstube YouTube channel. In today's video, we will review Chapter 5 of Spider-Man and Wolverine. You can get the previous parts on this playlist, so if you guys are new here, please subscribe and turn on all the notifications to never miss any future uploads. Please like, comment and share. All the text and images are owned by its respected company. You can support them by purchasing it digitally or from any offline stores. The issue opens up in the past, where the two heroes, Spidey and Logan, are engaged with the contract killer, Enforcer. Dodging the bullets, Peter slams the criminal to a nearby police van, and Logan takes the chance. He rushes to end his life, but Spidey stops him as he is against the killing. The Pen then jumps in the present day. Otto is pissed. He came to Red Shadow, blaming him for sending Logan to New York. So Red Shadow says it wasn't him. Spider-Man did this, but he is sure that their plan is going to work. As now to kill Wolverine, his sister, Teresa, showed up. She shot Logan with the Muramasa bullets, as she came to know that Logan killed her parents, as 2 days ago the Daemos directory was leaked to the dark web, and in that file there was a video of their parents' last moments. Their plane crash. Teresa was on that plane. She was a baby, and somehow she survived the crash and was rescued. And like Peter, she also believes Logan brought the plane down. He was working for the Finisher, the man responsible for their parents' death, and Logan helped him to end their lives. She knows Peter can't kill him because of his own rules, but she can. Peter tries to convince her, but that time Logan jumps on her, raising his claws. He charges to end her life, but Peter quickly stops him with his whip, and in doing so, it gives Teresa a perfect opportunity to shoot Logan in the head. Peter struggles to hold him off. He still feels the immense pain by his gut stitches, but right in that moment, a portal opens up. Red Shadow appears, and he is cursing the heroes for their actions, as once again, Spider-Man is trying to stop Wolverine from killing without thinking about the consequences. He charges with his sword, knocks 3 of them into the ground, and then he tells them they must believe they are doing the good things, that killing is a bad choice. But he is going to show them that they are not heroes. They are just irresponsible men without honor, just killers by other means, and because of them, his daughter is dead. Red Shadow tells them a story. Years ago, Spider-Man and Wolverine fought the villain enforcer. The criminal had killed hundreds of people over his career, and the two of them had the chance to end his life. But Spider-Man stopped Logan to do the justice. He doesn't have the gut to do what is necessary. That time, Logan showed him mercy, pretending to be a human that hate the mutants. They sent him to jail, but he got out and went on a killing spree that killed his daughter. Back then, he was working with the Shields, and a few years ago, Shield got the Daemos territory, and it gave him everything he needed to know about the two of them, including the curious detail of why Spider-Man was so obsessed with Richard and Mary Parker. And he found out that Spider-Man was their son, so he put the video of their plane crash in that directory. He recruited Bill, who provided Logan with every details and also the motivation. It was an easy job. He made this whole thing, set the two against each other, and later Teresa. They are not heroes, which is why he assembled their enemies to make things more interesting. Today, they are going to pay for their sins. Spidey is able to capture the villain, and Logan proceeds to end him. But Red Shadow knows they don't have the gut to end someone's life. They are heroes, but Logan doesn't care. If he lives or dies, he is going to end him. But once again, Spidey stops Logan, and the two decide to send him to prison. But hearing this, Red Shadow gets mad. He breaks himself free and charges on the two. But before he does that, he gets stabbed in the chest. The attacker is Teresa, and as he drops into the ground, she then begins to shoot. She reminds Red Shadow she is not a hero, and she doesn't have a problem to take his life, but he is still alive. He stands up to his feet, telling them all they can't change their nature. Because of them, he lost his daughter, and they need to pay for that. He attempts to make the finishing blow, but suddenly his teleportation device malfunctions, and with a bright light, the device explodes, kills Red Shadow, turns him into dust. The three get relieved, but Spidey is thinking about what the villain told him. He is thinking about the consequences of what they do, the people who got in their way, the after effect that ruined their lives. Maybe they are playing God, but they have no right to it. When they do mistakes, they should be accountable for them. But Logan and Teresa try to convince Peter they are not responsible for his daughter's death. He is playing with his mind, but Peter knows that's not the truth. So Logan tells him being a hero means stepping up when guys like Red Shadow hurt innocent people, put them in danger. And in those situations, playing God also requires they did the right thing by sending Red Shadow into the jail. Days later, at the Rand Enterprise, Peter invites Teresa and Logan. He investigated the video footage of their parents and restored the full video by using Rand takes. So that's why he invited them to watch the video together. So Peter plays it, and inside the plane, both Richard and Mary encountered Logan, but he was not here to kill them. He was there to protect them from Red Skull and his henchman Finisher. He spotted the C4 charge and able to disarm it, but there was another C4. The bomb exploded inside the ship. Logan was covered in flames. He told the couple he can survive, but they need to hurry, grab the parachute, and escape. They have a boy to get home to. But Richard told Logan there aren't any parachutes. It was their destiny. Logan was helplessly watching them as their plane crashed, and in their final moment, they are talking about Peter, and the video ends. Both Logan and Peter apologize to each other, but there is one person who hurt the most, Teresa. She sees the video, and she realizes she wasn't on that plane, and they don't even mention her name. Chameleon told her that the Parkers might not be her real parents. Teresa thought Chameleon was telling a lie, but now she knows the truth. Peter is not her brother. Teresa breaks into tears and proceeds to leave the room. Peter tries to stop her, but Logan says, let her go. She needs time to process this. The main culprit is gone, but Craven and the others are still out there, making a cruel plan to take down their enemies. And with this, the chapter 5 of Spider-Man and Wolverine comes to a close. So which part you like the most? Please share your thoughts on the comment section down below. And if you are new here, please join this community by hitting the subscribe button, like this video, and share them with your friends. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.